Hey up, still Friday. I've been doing this. Oh, what I've been doing? Hey up, I'm Mick Fogg. I'm an independent farmer. Well, I've tried to be. I've been messing about with this today. I put some on this morning. We're letting chickens out. Well, I've just put them to bed. And then I've been prattling about all day. I've wasted today because I've been doing clutch on this. I don't know why, but it needed doing. So this is my little TE Ferguson. TE stands for Tractor England because these weren't only made in England. Harry Ferguson designed it and made it, and then it just took off. And every tractor, including the ones today, still use lifting gear that were designed by Harry Ferguson. The man were a genius. He just so this is what I've been doing today. I've been doing clutch, which is down there. I don't know if you can see, it's dark. It would have been grey originally, this, and it's going to be back grey when I've finished it. So that's me little TE England. So what I was saying, so lifting gear there on back of that one, which is a case, is identical to lifting gear on back of this one, which is my TE Tractor England. Let's see, you can see how old the bleeding thing is. It's about 60-year-old, I think this, maybe around about 60-year-old. I love it. It sounds crackers, doesn't it? How can you love tractors? What do you find so good about them? Well, these tractors, when they were made, they fed England. They fed us during war. They went out, worked on fields, and eventually they started to put cabs on them and things like that. But this is how they were originally. This is how they started. Government used to actually give these away. You could have one off government. What I love about it is, it sounds crackers this, doesn't it? Harry Ferguson was a genius. So you see this, and you see this. There's a spanner for it. I'll turn it that way. It might be a bit brighter. I doubt it, like. But yeah, that's the spanner for it. Every nut and every bolt on this tractor, this'll fit it. Two different sizes, and these are for your gauges. They made so when you're out ploughing on tractor, you've actually got a gauge as well. The man was a bloody genius, and like I say, every nut and bolt on these will fit it. Just unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, original ones. There's been things added to this at different stages. What a genius of a man he were, Harry Ferguson. They were made in Coventry, these, and then they were exported all over the world. So when you see tractors in America and Australia and Japan, you don't see many in Japan, I suppose. They send women out picking out at fields, I think. Don't know, I'm not right sure. I've never been to Japan, I've no intentions of going. Not against Japanese, don't get me wrong. I can't stand them, just like I can't stand everybody else. And I don't mean nationalities, there's a lot of English who I can't stand at all. So, I like sheep. I've no against French sheep. No wrong with them. I've no against Italian sheep, and I've no against American sheep. If anybody's in America, don't get offended. I like your lot on my channel. I'm not relating to people. I'm not a people person. He's there, City. Look there. Look. She's been feeding him. You see him? Freezer. I said, stop That's going in pot. It's going at slaughterhouse. It's not. It is. I'm telling you, it is. Michael, that's not going to freezer. So just so you can see, I ain't lying to you. Here's a picture. You see our freezer there. Who's feeding him? What gate? Caught him. Look there. Cheryl, my amazing wife. Cheryl and Freezer. Freezer's at that side at gate. Hang on a minute. Oh, it's there, Freezer. Freezer, Cheryl, feeding him. What the hell? Adopted a lame bleeding sheep. So she's feeding it all nuts and all sheep nuts. Hey up, Freezer, I'm talking about there. It's there, look, watching it saying, shut up, you fat bastard. Oi! Any more of that and fucking slaughtered in my sen. She's gone, she's not here. She's doing my tea. Yes, don't like me at all. Wait, I'm not to do with me, we ain't come. Oh, it is. Oh, hello. Hello. Hello, love, what are you doing? Are you going in pot? When I get hold of you, yes, you're going in freezer. It's like I'm telling governor. Yeah, couldn't hurt it really. I think Cheryl knows that. How could you hurt that poor? It's defenceless. It's something wrong with its leg. And it's not good that's the thing. She should be with other sheep in other meadow or there, but she gets knocked about and picked on quite a lot. So leave her in this field. She's not hurting now. Oh, you love. Freezer. Hello, love. What are you doing? Eh? Have you come to see me for a bit? She's in house. She's in house. Shall I open the gate and let you go up to house? Yes, she were up at the house yesterday. In fact, my wife says, what's in the kitchen? I says, cooker. Thought that's give her an hint, innit? And kettle. Next thing, Freezer put her head round living room door. She said, all right, you've left gate open. So she come up. Anyway, gates are firmly closed. So how long have I been on for? 7 minutes. I've wasted 7 minutes of your time talking about shit and rubbish that I've been doing today. So yeah, I've done clutch. It's just not right. It's beautiful, isn't it? It is. This is where diesel goes. Bloody hell, let me just... That's it. That's my diesel tank on top. Yep. And then, because of the one and only, I can actually test with this as well. See how much fuel's in it. So it's just off one. Flick that over and it's on one on that side. So she wants some fueling. Do I put red diesel in her? Well, yeah, I do actually. I use red diesel in her. I used to use white diesel, but I use red now. She goes on road, but you're allowed to take them on road with red diesel, as long as it's like, you know, as agricultural use. But this is an old thing anyway. You can go from field to field. You can't go like to Skegness, but I don't think I'd want to go to Skegness on this, to be truthful with you. Although she's quite nice when she gets going. She just plods along at her own steady pace, round about 15 miles an hour. She may go faster, I don't know. But not with me on there, no way. Bounces and chucks you all up bleeding place. Now I'm not going to skeggy on it if anybody's in skeggy thinking, hey Nanny, Michael's coming down on TE. I'm not, believe me. There we go. Bit of a lecture about old Harry Ferguson. We've had some amazing people in this country, haven't we? Inventors and all that. Penicillin. If it weren't for English and Commonwealth, the world wouldn't have developed like it has, would it? Of course it wouldn't. We made penicillin. Penicillin. Whatever it is. That's what you have when you're bagler, you know what I'm saying. We made that, know what I mean? Bloody hell, steel weren't for us. There'd be no steel. Stainless steel, Sheffield. The finest steel makers, Sheffield, in the world. Unreal. Absolutely unreal. Knives and forks. They weren't for us from Yorkshire. Nobody'd have knives and forks. Ask where it come from. Sheffield. You can always talk best cookery. Don't matter where you are in the world. I always have a look when we go to an hotel or anywhere, even a cafe. I look back at spoon and it's like, it either says no on it or it's like made in China. Fucking hell. We're 60 miles from finest cookery producers in the world. And they're buying from China thousands of miles away. Crackers. Absolutely crackers. It's like this lot. Like Conservatives were banging on about net zero. And it's like Neighbours banging on about net zero. We need net zero. Farmers, we don't want you to grow stuff in your fields. We want you to plant trees, and we want you to plant wild flowers. You can't eat trees and wild flowers. You can if you're a virgin, vegan, whatever they call them. You can then, they can live on them, but I can't. I can't live on trees and wild flowers. Our freezer lives on grass, but she's meant to. We're meat eaters. Cows fart, and farts killing environment. Cows is fucking ridiculous. You see, I'm going to tell this, an old bloke called Dave Marshall told me this. He weren't all that old, Dave, actually. He was my old youth worker. Youth workers are just amazing. We aren't my youth worker on Woodthorpe, Dave Marshall, had been banged up and old. But we once went somewhere and we were at, I can't remember. I know Mark Aldridge were with me. Old Mark and Freddie Barker were here. One or two other mates. And we stood in this ravine, this valley, and Dave says, if we look round in here, there will be shells, because this were at bottom of ocean at one time. This were all water. And we all like, as ears pricked up, because we were all off Woodthorpe. He says, you what? It were flooded. He says, well, why this groove's been carved out like this is when Ice Age started and glaciers slid and made these deep grooves in landscape, and over the course of thousands and thousands and thousands of years things started to grow and die and compost and make soil up. And you're like educated as old Dave. Very nice bloke, he honestly was. He was a diamond. He looked after his wife when she passed away, actually. Well, I didn't, Cheryl did. So this were at bottom of the sea at one time where I am. Sounds mad, doesn't it? Really does sound crackers. That's what's happening now. World's eating up. And it don't matter how much they say. We've got to try and stop it. You never stop it. It's in 100,000 years it'll be too hot to live on. Don't matter if we chuck wood on fire. Don't matter if we burn diesel. It's irrelevant. Makes no difference to us. It's going to happen. All right, so it might happen. I don't know. 50 years sooner if we all stop using fossil. No, this house here, don't they? This farm, we've got 3 toilets. I flush them all, just for the sake of it. You know what I mean? I just think, fucking searing Planet Flush bog. If it's shallow, let it mellow. Cheryl bought a sign, and that's what it said on it. Or Scott. I think it's Scott, my stepson, bought it. Hey up, Scott. I know that they're watchers. I hope Amy and kids are alright. If it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down. Fuck that. If it's yellow, flush it. Because you don't want bathroom stinking of piss. Fucking hell, I'm paying a fortune in what? Well, I'm not. Let's be honest. We get our water. Our water in farmhouses in there, in kitchen. And then there's a pipe of underground. Somewhere down here. I'll show you where our water comes from. Because everybody's moaning about water races going through the roof and all this and all that. This is what I love about being here. Our water falls from up there, from the sky, doesn't it? It comes down, it trickles onto grass, and 80 metres, I don't think you can see it, 80 metres under there, that's a borehole. What we had done, like 25 grand I think it cost. And then up in behind is all filters for it and all that, where you had salt to it and all sorts. 80 metres down is a big, I don't know, a massive cavern under here. And that's where all water's collected and stored. Not stored because it flows somewhere else then, but that's what it's tapped into. So if I'm flushing our toilet 3 times an hour, I'm not affecting the environment, am I? Oh well, yes, because we've got to conserve water. It's my water, that's mine, it's on my land. If I want to use it, I'll use it. How's that? So, save electric, turn lights off. Who's paying for it? We're fucking paying for it. If I want to put lights on, I'll have lights on. Look at it, I have it like Christmas out here. Lights everywhere. My lights, I want to have them on, I'll have them on. Yeah, but in 5,000 years time, this planet's going to be too warm to live on. So where I'm going in next probably 10, 15, 20 years, it's going to be too warm to survive in there and all, because I'll be dead, cremated. Clap and choose what? All this net zero, it's a load of bollocks. All this what Starmer's doing to our farmers. The man is vile. He's the worst thing for this country. He's the worst Prime Minister in our history. He's determined to ruin it. He's determined to make it so we can't we can't go down, we can't grow stuff. We can't keep, they don't want you to keep chickens, they don't want you to keep sheep, cows. Blaming cows for farting and everything. It was ridiculous in my fucking life. Bullshit that comes out of Parliament, that's the only shit we need to think about. They'll import coal. They'll import coal from Australia, New Zealand, Canada. And we've got hundreds upon hundreds of millions of tons of coal under us feet. Crackers. But no, we're not digging that up because we're going to be eco-friendly. It's a load of shite. It's just we're trading with other countries, saying we're buying food in, when we've got the best facilities in the world, best climate to grow food. Oh, I'm being watched by oh, she's ducked down. She'll look back front window in a minute. I know she will. No, she hasn't. She's gone. She was just watching me through the window. Anyway, doing a drink. We've got the best, what do you call it? You know, where like rain and sunshine, and it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Yeah, I know we've got problems because it floods now and farmers have got more difficult a job to do. But don't make it even harder for them. I went to Spa today at Sebba. We went up there. And there were eggs, and they were cheap eggs, obviously battery eggs. They were happy eggs, laid by happy chickens. What get to go out, but then they have to go in, and they're locked in for so long. Majority of the time, if truth be known. Well, there's actual proper free range eggs. I'm telling you, I was just looking at them. We don't buy eggs because I've got my own eggs, but I noticed that all free range eggs, there were loads of boxes of them, and all other ones had all gone, just about. And it made me feel a bit sad really, because I thought, instead of paying another 30 pence knowing that a chicken's had a good life, they'd rather pocket it. Buy free range eggs, for God's sake. If you see them, buy them. Look for that British flag tractor mark on your meat. Do me a favour, you know, just once, do me a favour. Go to a proper butcher's. Go to a real butcher. Buy meat from there. Buy bacon from him. Taste difference. Because a lot of people forgot what, in actual fact, it's like. When we cook bacon, tomorrow morning we'll be having a full English. It's not, pan's not bubbling away with like white froth off it all and shit and crap that they've injected. It's proper bacon, it's proper cured bacon. We all need to support England, because the government in, we all need to support our farmers, because government in. I know people say, oh well, they get a fortune, farmers, do they? Bollocks. Absolute bollocks. Farmers never stop. Never ever stop working. They don't go all the time. I'm going, and I'll put this on in a bit. So you've had 2 today. What about that? Other fun. Oh, more lights coming on. Let's look at it like fucking Christmas. So what? I'm paying for it. Want a flush toilet? I'm going to flush toilet. So what? Am I bothered about in 80,000 years there'll be no planet? I'm a fucking won't be here anyway. Won't be here anyway. They're alright saying net zero and all this, but then they're not bothered about causing wars. How much damage is that gonna do when they're setting bombs off and all that? So much for net zero. There ain't much net zero in a bomb, is there? What's my little shed, my man cave? I'm going. Tom Grieverson, I hope you're watching, and if you are, I hope Lynn's alright. And everybody else what watches me. Have a good night. Catch you all. I ain't put much on, I ain't answered no comments today because I've just been out messing about. But I'll have a look in a bit. Look after yourselves, everybody. I'll leave you with that view, because it's not a bad view, is it?